Now then, a fifth way in which evolution works. Yes, I said there were five. Well, here's the fifth one. I'm putting this last because this was the last one to really be accepted. The idea came up about 100 years ago, and it was mostly scoffed at. And folks, scientists didn't really believe it for decades, and it wasn't really accepted until only about 50 years ago. It's called genetic drift. What is genetic drift? Well, this is reproductive success by happenstance. All right, well, you might recall we talked about reproductive success. We talked about that with natural selection, which was adaptive reproductive success. So, in other words, natural selection was reproductive success for a reason, because there was an advantage out there in the world. Like the giraffes with the long necks that did better and were able to successfully reproduce because they could get at more of the leaves in the tall trees, for example. Reproductive success for a reason. Well, here we have success for no reason, randomly. So this is the logical flip side, the logical opposite of natural selection. So as opposed to reproductive success for a reason, here we have reproductive success just by sheer luck, entirely at random, happen to be at the right place at the right time or something for really no reason at all. Well, this was not accepted well, like I say, for years, because, well, a lot of people thought, no, I mean, natural selection, that sounds reasonable if things happen for a reason. And they only later realized that this was a big deal in certain kinds of situations. And as for what situations those are, if there is a small population, if the population is very small, not millions, but maybe less. So what if there's only tens of thousands or something within this population, let's say. Small populations, then you may just so happen to get your genes in the gene pool, while other genes may just so happen to not get into the gene pool for no particular reason. Not because there was any advantage or disadvantage out there in the world. And it's now understood to matter quite a lot. It actually makes a big difference. This has been observed out in the real world enough that they all know that this is one of the 5 ways in which evolution works.